Hello, this is Jared playing Oxygen Not Included. In the last episode I made these steam turbines, taking advantage of all the heat that is down here at the bottom of the asteroid, and converting that to power when I need it. That's opening all kinds of possibilities now that the dupes don't have to be on the manual generators so much. So what have I done since then? I've started to put in this transit tube, and that's going to increase the speed at which the dupes can go up and down. That's thanks to the fact that I can run these guys with a lot more power being generated. So that'll enhance the amount of activities that get done around the base because the dupes can move around much quicker. So looking forward to that fact. Over on the other asteroid, I no longer have a dupe here. My plan is really just to let the sleet wheat that's growing here grow, create some seeds, and then once we have some seeds, I'll go in and I'll snag them at the point where I want to grow some sleet wheat. But yeah, I didn't think I need to have a dupe over here for the meantime. So we got all 15 dupes on this world working on this transit tube. Probably not going to take that long to finish it, and I'll get to some other things this episode. I will see you on cycle 130 when they get a little bit further with that. We're on cycle 130, and I've added a line that goes around the steam turbines and just goes through these granite tiles, picking up a little bit of coolness just to make sure these guys stay nice and cool, because if they get too hot, they don't work anymore. So my tube is complete. I've got a transit tube access at the bottom, so any of the dupes that need to go down here can get back up really quickly. A drop-off spot for the oil refinery, and then of course the main transit access right here, which is right after the dupes put on their Atmos suits, so they can grab that. They can either go down or they can now go up, and this is the highest spot. Yeah, see you. I don't want those little guys getting into the main base, that's why I've got this here. But at this point we're able to get out. And of course, I believe we have a meteor shower pending very shortly. I was going to go out and build a telescope. Might wait for that meteor shower to be done first. I also have several thimbleweed seeds ready to be harvested, so I'll be getting more of those. So that'll allow me to continue to replenish these as these ammo suits wear out. And I'm moving the location, the metal refinery, going to be using this liquid as cooling rather than over here, because things are a comfortable temperature. I don't want to actually add any more heat when I start to add more stuff, and I suspect I'm going to want some more steel to deal with the meteorites. This is cycle 135. The dupes have been doing a lot of exploring around the asteroid, so just digging in different directions. We're able to find all kinds of different things. We have a cobalt volcano down here. And exploring the oil biome at the base. Continue on digging this way. A little bit of oil over here, crude oil that's actually in liquid form. Wouldn't mind getting that machinery. We get up and access whatever's in this room. So after I added the power production, I'm kind of at the point where I can relax a little bit, and that's why I'm going around exploring. Not looking for anything in particular. It's not like I have some life critical resources that's needed. I just essentially want to see what's around. One of the things I have found, minor thing, but found a buddy plant, and that gives a little bit of a scent. The dupes, they enjoy, and I know none of my dupes are allergic and have any dupes with that trait. It's giving a little bit of stress relief. Let's see, we just noticed some of these rooms are, oh, that's why. Okay, that's fine. Just doing some construction there. I did find these guys, and this beta hive was actually flooding because of liquid carbon dioxide, so I dug underneath that to save that and added a path in for my dupes to be able to get. Same thing over here, and this is going to allow us to get enriched uranium. I'll have a use for that further in the future. Now, doing all this exploration is great, but it'd also be nice to see what's around the asteroid itself. So build a telescope. Thinko's been looking out there and just being able to kind of calculate the short distance away what's there. So they'll find out what that random question is. We'll continue on exploring in all kinds of different directions. Meanwhile, the base itself is doing pretty decent. It's getting a little bit labor intensive feeding these, so I have a solution coming up for that. So we can see as far as we can from our vantage point on this particular asteroid. That being the case, we can put the telescope away. So it says area complete. I guess the dupes don't really put a telescope away, box it somewhere, so they destroy it. But anyway, what else have I just found in the last little bit? So we've got this over here, Critter Flexomatic. Not sure if that's going to be useful to me or not next little bit. We've got Somnarium Synthesizer. I may go in and actually utilize that, because it would be easy enough to have a few dupes focus on, I guess, sleeping and dreaming. At the bottom of my base, I found a shipping container. I know there's a dupe inside there. Probably not going to focus on that because he's a really picky dupe, and I don't want to focus on cooking all kinds of different foods that that dupe would need to get their attention. Speaking of food, though, in the last little bit, I decided to add this automation. So I got all the dupes to put sandstone in storage bins. That's what I'm feeding these little guys here. And instead of getting the dupes to load these critter feeders, which can only hold so much, the dupes are putting the sandstone into this, and then the auto sweeper is worrying about feeding each of these. So this is actually saving a lot of work, which will be nice. But it also raised the point that I only have so much sandstone left in the world. This is how much I've got. I can click on actually, from this point on, because it is a food item. I think I might keep it in perspective. Almost 90 tons, and there's a lot more that I can mine out. So it's not an urgent thing, but it is calling my attention the fact that I do have to find another food source at some point down the road. Not sure if that's going to be the next episode. I'll have a think about what the next focus is going to be. And we'll continue on playing Oxygen Not Included. And then, thanks everyone for liking, subscribing, watching, comments. And hopefully I will see you in the next one. Until then.